You think I don't want you here, huh? Well, this is my home, and a man's home is his castle, and in this castle, I'm the king. Capiche?
He's talking nonsense. He must have got hold of the drop in the broom closet.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I want you to move in.
You mean that?
No.
Ah, too bad you said it.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
Please.
So, do you live in Northern Falls?
No, I'm paying my daughter a visit.
For Mother's Day? Me too. Oh, not just my daughter. All of my children. They chipped in and paid for my trip from Miami. They figured it'd be cheaper for me to come here than for all of them to fly there.
They figured that out?
Hello? Charlie! Hey, everyone, it's Charlie Jr. Oh, guess what? He says it's cold in Minnesota.
Get out of here.
Charlie, is it cold enough that if you put your tongue on something metal, it'll stick? Sure, I'll hold.
Why don't you try to avoid sweets? It's not a pretty picture from down here.
Why, Kolak, I didn't know that you could speak English.
Hey, what you don't know could fill a space the size of Guam.
Tuesday, it's Mr. Policeman. Thursday, it's Mr. Mailman. And he wonders why he can't have his own series.
Well, shabba-dee-babba-doo.
Dorothy, I read your memo. I like the way you think.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hastings. Thank you very much.
Oh, you've got a lot of modern ideas for a woman your age.
Oh, you're just saying that.
No, I mean it. I really think you're old.
Look, Mrs. Wagner, I'm not thrilled about my son marrying your daughter either.
Oh, yeah? Why, you got something against black people?
Of course not. And I resent the insinuation. Why, we firmly believe that all men are created equal. That's a bunch of baloney. Well, it is. If you don't believe me, just turn on your television set and watch a white person dance down the line on Soul Train. It tastes like cheesecake, fresh strawberries, and chocolate ice cream. My gosh, you're right. That is the best thing I have ever tasted.
Oh, this is delicious.
Hey, give me a break. You can't smell that from the hall. Dorothy, you can't give up. You're no quitter. Why, just think of the many times you have been dumped by a man. Did you quit dating? No, ma'am. You sank even lower, scraping the bottom of the barrel, facing certain humiliation. And why?
Okay, thanks, Blanche. I get the point.
No, I mean it, Dorothy. Why? Hello? Oh, Rocco, we were just talking about you. A funny thing just happened. We found thousands of dollars in your bag, and, well, we were kind of wondering where it came from. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, well, right. That clears it all up. See you later, then. He robbed the bank. Anybody hungry? 1921. A beautiful young peasant girl saves her lira and takes a trip to Paris, the city of lights. Also, the only place a guy can wear a cape without getting a lot of funny looks. She wanders into a restaurant and ends up sharing a table with a dashing young Frenchman. They drink, they talk, they burn a cork, and draw mustaches on each other. What? Just wanted to see if you were listening.
Did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon?
Only once.
Who is it?
It's Uncle Angelo.
Come in.
Dorothy, would you do me a favor?
Oh, of course, Uncle Angelo, anything.
I want you to sleep with this man.
Forget it.
Please, I'm begging you as a man of the cloth.
Now I know how Jessica Hahn must have felt.
Let us cut them loose before they drag us down.
Blanche, you expect me to betray one of my dearest friends, not to mention my own mother, just so that we can win a few extra dollars?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do it.
And so Dorothy Parker turned to Alexander Wolcott and said, if you laid all the women in this room end to end, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Very clever.
Very, very clever.
I can't remember hearing anything more clever. Unless it was last week on Alf when the cat next door...
Hors d'oeuvres are now being served.
Jeremy, I want you to meet my mother's friends. This is Dorothy, Sophia, and Rose.
Oh, nice to meet you.
So, Jeremy, where did you and Rebecca meet?
We met at a sidewalk cafe in Paris.
There weren't any tables left, so I just sat at Becky.
Why don't we all move out to the lanai for dinner?
I'll show you the way.
Here, let me help you with
Oh,
that.
thank you.
Becky?
Oh, what about the fact that he dumped you for me? Oh!
Laszlo, Ma.
Who's Laszlo? A Hungarian artist we've all been posing nude for.
In the future, a simple, none of your business, Sophia, will suffice. Rose, honey, you can't be serious.
Why not?
You hardly know the man.
I feel like I've known him all my life. I talked to him about Charlie. I talked to him about St. Olaf. I talked to him about my family. I talked to him about my animal friends. I talked to him about life on the farm.
If that man didn't get a medal in the war, he sure as hell deserves one now.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I promise that I will say Hail Marys until Madonna has a hit movie.
Hi. Here's my $8. Let's get started, Dorothy.
Oh, I'm not Dorothy. She is.
I'll give you $4. Let's get started.
How would you like your rear end kicked across the street?
Oh, great. Here's the other $4. What did you call me?
Before he answers that, let me reiterate, we are bitterly divorced.
Relax, Dorothy. Wendell, I called you paisan, friend, brother of the scalp. Because if I may get philosophical for just one moment, I've always believed we bald men are like any other minority. That's why we have to stick together.
Who you calling bald?
Why don't you take Sven around?
I don't think I feel like sightseeing.
Oh, it might do you good,
I
Blanche.
know it'll do you good, and it's certainly a lot healthier than sitting here in the house stewing all day.
Maybe you're right. An active day out on the town with a handsome young man just might take my mind completely off old, what's his name?
Floyd.
Sophia, don't mind me. The best of Carson is coming on. In here.
No, Blanche, in Hollywood, but they pipe it through these little wires that comes out of it.
I really have to say goodnight now. Thanks for everything.
Why, you didn't get everything.
Yes, this is Blanche Devereaux. Yes, that Blanche Devereaux. And no, I did not. Absolutely not. I will tell it to a judge. I will yell it from the highest mountaintops. I will swear to it on a stack of Bibles. Now, did that sound like a liar?
No. It sounded like Jim and Tammy Faye on Nightline. Oh, this has to be some kind of joke.
No, it isn't. Look at this. This is an official document to Rose from the Premier of Russia.
But why would he want to meet the same woman who once said, if the city of Atlantis is lost, how can Bobby Vinton appear there twice a year?
What are you reading, Blanche?
Oh, I'm checking on the weather in the Bahamas. It's going to be in the upper 80s with a nice, gentle breeze. So with that outdoor service, we'll come away with some healthy color.
Aunt Gretchen always loved the sun.
Well, maybe they'll have an open casket.
I hear B.B. King does that when he's tired of singing the blues. Honey, why don't you sit down? I'll give you some nice lemonade.
Thanks, Dorothy. Something weird is going on around here, Dorothy.
Don't be silly. You're just having a little bad luck.
Blanche, the people you dated from foreign countries, they play by different rules.
Oh, I'm talking about baby. I never should have let that filthy barnyard beast in my house in the first place. He ruins my clothes, smells up the whole house, and he likes to watch me take a shower.
He's a pig. There's no accounting for taste.
Will you quit complaining, Marty? It's going to be fun.
You said we were going dancing tonight. You failed to mention it was a dance marathon.
Well, the first prize is $1,000, and I have to have that money. I'm in desperate need of medical attention.
Is it serious?
Very. If I can't afford a new fall wardrobe, I'll never land myself a doctor. I'll remember him.
I finished the scarf, you know.
Oh, great. Listen, next time we go to New York, maybe you'll take it to him,
Nah, I think I'll mail it. That way, I'll always picture him right here on the boardwalk. Hey, someone's sitting there.
I never saw anything like it. Must be the water.
I grew up in St. Olaf, and most of my family still lives there.
Oh, no offense, dearie. I didn't say that everyone there was an idiot. It just seemed, though, that per capita they had more than their share.
Oh, well, per capita, you're probably right.
Later.
Where are you going?
Back to the studio. There's only one thing left to do.
Who was that nut? I don't know. Mr. Terrific usually comes in alone.
Not bad. You got another date with Captain Marvelous?
Mr. Terrific. I can see you didn't read many comic books when you were a child.
Hey, we had comic books in Sicily. My favorite was Benito the Hood. He lived in the forest with his band of merry thugs. Benito was very popular.
You mean because he stole from the rich and gave to the poor?
I said Benito the Hood, not Benito the Idiot. He stole from everyone and kept it for himself.
Mama, Aunt Trudy, Aunt Libby, this is Blanche Devereaux. Hello. This is Rose Nyland. And this is Michael's mother, Dorothy. And this is Michael.
This is Michael?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Mama, we talked about this. I told you he was younger.
Yes, but you sure didn't tell me he was white.
As long as we're resting, Blanche, we might as well take measurements.
Okay, do me first. One thing I know for sure, I have not lost my hourglass figure.
But it looks like somebody poured about 90 minutes of extra sand in the glass.
You're just jealous of me, Dorothy. You know it, I know it, and Rose knows it, don't you, Rose?
It's neat the way the tape's a different color at this end.
Rose, what in hell are you doing? It is 2 a.m.
Well, I couldn't sleep, so I decided to get up and make a batch of Sperrhöven Krispies. It's an ancient Scandinavian midnight snack.
I guess after a night of pillaging and raping, a Viking wants a little something to go with his cocoa.
Hi, ladies. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
No, Ernie, it looks exactly as it did last week and the week before that. Now, when is this garage going to start looking like a guest room?
I don't know. I was talking about my new suit.
Ernie, this is a serious matter. We have a lot of family coming in a few weeks, and you promised us it would be finished.
Mrs. Devereaux, please. Do you want it fast or do you want it good?
Before you answer that, Blanche, the man's talking about a guest room. When we got to the bank, he told me to keep the motor running. And 5 minutes later, he ran out at top speed.
And did you ever think of asking him why he was running?
No, the man is taking diuretics for a prostate problem. His whole life is a 50-yard dash.
Well, why are you bringing your life into our living room?
There have been some robberies in Rocco's building, and he asked me to store his valuables.
Yeah, but Ma, we don't have enough space for this stuff.
Don't worry, I have plenty of space in my room. Come on, Rocco.
And listen, when the two of you go in there, I want you to leave the door open.
Yes, Mrs. Cleaver.
Well, of course, if you'd rather not come, we understand.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll find something on the menu. I just enjoy being out with you guys. Come on.
Dorothy, I'm getting tired of dating your mother.
I promise this is the last time this will ever happen.
Okay.
Coming, Ma.
Just one more thing.
What is it?
when we are through with dinner and she begins to pick her teeth...
I promise. I'll ask her to keep them in her mouth.
Boy, it's really coming down out there.
I've never been through a hurricane before.
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. I've been through a couple of hurricanes. Actually, they could be kind of fun. I remember one when I was married.
Married?
Mary. They have won over $40,000 in cash and prizes on various game shows. Dorothy, I think you and I should team up with them.
Oh, Blanche, that's impossible. That would mean dumping Ma and Rose.
Oh, I know it's just a terrible thing to do, and I just feel awful even thinking about it. But Dorothy, let's face it, if we team up with Fred and Willard, we stand a much better chance of winning.
Blanche, I am shocked that you would even suggest such a thing.
Dorothy, your mother and Rose are dead weight.
Why don't we invite Barbara Thorndike over for dinner and give her another chance?
Sure, why not, if it makes Dorothy happy. Come on, let's go to the movies. Rose, what was your first impression of me?
I thought you wore too much makeup and were a slut. I was wrong. You don't wear too much makeup. Gee, that might even get you on the 6 o'clock news.
Well, the table on the lanai is all set. I guess Rebecca should be here with Jeremy any minute.
Blanche, did Rebecca bring Jeremy to Miami just to meet you?
I don't know. She didn't say, and I didn't want to ask.
Oh, but you think he might be her boyfriend?
Oh, I don't think so. I didn't see any pictures of him when I went through her things. You too?
He asked me last Thursday.
Well, I am stunned.
I'm relieved.
Relieved?
Well, sure, the woman you saw in those horrible drawings must have been Dorothy.
I am not taking mine back.
I am not taking mine back.
Girls, I really need to talk to you.
Dorothy, this is crazy. Since when do you care how you look?
I think it started when I came down from the bell tower and had my hump fixed.
Is that sign Doug?
Yes.
I know him. He's a sick man.
I'm terribly sorry for this mix-up. Goodbye. Oh, my God, I don't believe this. I'm going to call the cops if you don't get out of here right away, you pervert.
Hi, Father Rossi. Here's the canned goods for the needy.
Mr. and Mrs. Bornak, step into my office, please.
Watch me work my magic babe.
Good afternoon. My name is Wendell Murray. I'll be conducting your audit today.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dorothy Zbornak. This is my ex-husband, Stanley.
Wendell. Paisan.
Rose, what's wrong?
Oh, that was the counseling center. I have to work today. Now who's going to show Sven the sights?
Forget it. The only sights we're seeing is the empty parking lot behind the mall.
I already showed him that. Michael, Janet, LaToya, Tito, Rose, and then there's Stonewall Jackson, but I don't remember him on the victory tour.
Blanche, I'd better be going now.
Well, all right, but before you do, I just want to thank you for a lovely evening.
Oh, I guess he bought dinner.
Why would he say he had an affair if he hadn't?
I'm sure I don't know. And I also don't know why you just assume I'm guilty. Can you give me one good reason why I would lie to you?
You're embarrassed because you seduced him. You're scared and you're guilty because you ruined his campaign.
3 good reasons.
Oh, shut up, Rose.
Does Rose Nyland live here?
Oh, I'm sorry, you missed her. She just left with her cadet troop.
Could we help you?
I am Alexei Bovinov from the Russian embassy. Premier Gorbachev read Rose's letter and would like to meet with her.
Right before we boarded the plane, you threw yourself on the ground, kicking and screaming.
Was a little embarrassing.
I'll say you were 48 years old.
Well, it's all behind me now. I'll tell you, I really feel very comfortable on planes.
Good, because you'll probably have to take a dinky little plane to the Bahamas. They flutter, they shimmy, they wobble. You got a lot of guts, Dorothy. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, Ma. Please don't let them take me. Nice hit, Tracy. Now, why don't you throw one into the Schiller's yard?
This has been the worst day of my life.
Honey, what happened to you?
First, my alarm didn't go off, so I was late to work, and then I had a flat tire on the way. And when I finally got there, I smashed my hand in the door. Oh, I feel like crawling under the covers and eating Velveeta right out of the box. You know, Dorothy, I was thinking how wonderful it is to have a pig living here. This morning I was all snugly warm under the covers, and I opened my eyes, and there was Baby fast asleep at the foot of the bed, like a sweet angel.
That is sweet. Rose, how long do you think it'll be before the pig is dead?
There's still one piece left. Who wants it?
I do.
I do. Oh, well, I can split it 3 ways.
What am I supposed to do, lick the box?
Ma, you don't like store-bought pizza. You prefer homemade.
I also prefer milk straight from a cow. I adapt. So that's when the salesman from Men's Sportswear walks clear across the store into Ladies Petite and says, excuse me, miss, but I notice you've been having a hard time deciding between the turquoise strapless and the flaming red backless. Well, personally, I would like to see you in the backless. And I said, when? And he said, how about Saturday night? And I said, how about in your dreams, sleazo?
You got about an hour to kill.
Oh.
Excuse me. Are you waiting for the bus to Northern Falls?
No, St. Olaf.
I've visited there. Lovely little town.
Oh, yes, it is.
Rolling hills. Charming homes.
Yes.
Full of idiots.
Look, here's where you can reach me. Call me if you can work things out. I'll be there until showtime.
Fine. Oh, one more thing.
What's that?
Could you leave by the back door?
Oh, Sophia, did they deliver my new bed?
Yeah, and they were here all day setting it up.
All day for that simple little bed?
Simple. I haven't seen so much brass since the brass knuckle at RV show at the Palermo Hilton.
I don't believe it, they delivered the wrong bed.
Blanche, do you think...
Not now.
What's her hurry?
Didn't you see that enormous thing in her bedroom?
I thought she'd stopped seeing Roger.
You are impossible.
Hello, we're a little early. I'm Greta Wagner, and these are my sisters, Trudy and Libby.
I'm so sorry. The house is such a mess.
Why, it's neater than our maid ever gets ours. I'd hire you anytime.
Hello, you must be Michael's mother.
And you must be Lorraine's mother. We weren't expecting you until tomorrow.
What do you think, Ma? Is she beautiful?
Oh, wow. He's really getting along great with his future mother-in-law.
Drill a toggle boat, anchor with a 5/16 bit, and miter cut the 1/4-inch plywood after you attach the studs.
Only thing I recognized in there was studs.
Isn't that right, Vincenzo? Today, he's a pathetic shell of a man who spends all day trying to look up women's dresses. Relax! He doesn't speak a word of English. Watch. Vincenzo, you're a wrinkled old pervert, right?
Look at all that money.
Gosh, there's thousands.
Where did this come from?
Rocco's bag.
Where did Rocco get all this money?
I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. The next time we go to the Colonel, I'm getting all white meat and a biscuit.
3 men and no baby. They kept passing me around and kissing me and powdering my behind.
So what was so disturbing?
Well, I woke up and I'd only gotten to sleep with Steve Gutenberg. I'm not even sure who he is.
Is it
Safe? Come in. Ma's at the drugstore. Come in, but make it quick.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, let's go. I really feel so terrible about running out on Ma like that.
I don't.
Hey, give it a rest, Raymond. You're in her mouth more than her dentist.
I just heard on TV the airports are closed. There's a big hurricane headed this way. They want everyone to stay just where they are.
That means that we could be trapped together for days.
Oh, Jesus! Please protect us and watch over us in this our hour of need.
Amen.
Hello, ladies. Would you like to meet the other contestants?
Oh, look. There's Guy Corbin. Oh, what a hunk.
Oh, that man makes my Ovaltine boil.
Good morning, ladies, and welcome to our show. I'm Guy Corbin, and this morning I've arranged something especially for you. Fresh ground coffee and prune Danish. Tiffany, why don't you tell them all about it right now?
I pointed out that a frown is just a smile turned upside down. So from then on, whenever I'd go by, she'd stand on her head and wave. That is one of the stupidest stories I've ever heard. Hi, Sophia. How was your meeting?
Terrible. That weasel of a manager wouldn't budge an inch. He pushed us to the wall. Now it's all-out war.
What do you mean, Ma?
Tomorrow morning, all chow wagon employees over the age of 70 are officially out on strike.
You're going to pick at the restaurant?
No, Rose. We're going to put on war paint and shoot flaming arrows at the covered wagon out front.
Oh, that does it, Missy. All right, this means war. We'll both keep going. We'll just see who he picks for his sculpture.
Fine, it's going to be me.
No, it's not. It's going to be me.
Girls, I think I can settle this.
All right, Dorothy, tell her who it's going to be.
It's going to be me. Blanche, it has taken me a whole month to find this dress. You are simply going to have to take yours back.
Oh, Dorothy, be reasonable. This dress looks so much better on me than it does on you.
Hi, girls. Oh, I love your dress.
Oh, Rose, this is the personals column.
So what?
So what? You put an ad in the personals column that said I will do anything for $8 an hour? Look, it's right under an ad that reads, history professor seeking non-smoking Oriental woman who was into Wesson oil and bears a resemblance to Florence Henderson.
I'll handle everything. I'm a salesman. I deal with people all the time. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Shut up, Stan.
Mellow out, Dorothy. Once we get in there, we have to exercise psychological control. That's why I'm wearing this suit.
You make me sick.
Hey, everyone knows good guys wear white. This suit subliminally tells the auditor I'm a good guy.
I could vomit just looking at you.
Well, okay. Bye. Sven, I have some bad news.
Is it bad news?
Yes, it's bad.
Were you two the cousins who played the banjo in Deliverance?
No, it's not. You're just tired.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry I interrupted.
That's okay. I better be going.
No, now you just stay right where you are. Now, Rose,
I can't sleep.
try counting sheep.
I can't count sheep. I'm allergic to wool.
Sorry, Blanche.
I don't believe this.
He just lied.
Dorothy? Rose? Well, don't you girls believe me? Sophia?
I believe you, Blanche. Absolutely. Hello? I need a number for People magazine. The department that buys stories about politicians who sleep with sleazy broads.
So glad those little heathens finally left.
Oh, me too. I am exhausted.
I just don't think I'd have the energy to raise any more children. Although I am still in my childbearing years.
Sure, Blanche, you and Imogene Coker.
Oh my God, they're back.
Oh, now I know how the family and Poltergeist felt.
Oh, what's the point? I can't do this.
Of course you
Honey,
can,
you were
Rose.
doing just fine. Well, that's because you were here. Tomorrow I'll be out there all alone, staring at my relatives who'll be ready to hoot and snicker at the first crack in my voice. They'll think I'm an idiot.
Please, it's family. They know you're an idiot.
Because I think you're making a very big mistake.
She seemed pretty upset.
We just fired her.
What do you think she meant when she said we were making a big mistake?
She meant that she's unhappy that she lost her job. Or that she's going to blow up our kitchen. Rose, I thought we decided that that pig was going to stay in the pen out back.
Oh, he didn't like it there. It was too confining. Oh, baby's a free spirit, a wanderer, a rebel. You know, in a lot of ways, he reminds me of Jimmy Dean.
The actor or the sausage?
Then your father can go watch the Friday night fights with your yutz of a husband. You can come over here and watch Person to Person with me. And maybe once a week the whole family can come over and watch that new show, Make Room for Daddy.
Thanks, Ma.
Where are you going?
Get some air.
We got air in the house.
I like beer with my air.
I've been doing a lot of thinking, and if after all the years of love and companionship, Fernando and I are meant to part company, I'll just have to accept that. Time to time, life deals you an unfriendly hand. There's nothing you can do about it. I guess there's a lesson to be learned here. Sometimes life just isn't fair, kiddo. You know, I think I'd almost forgotten what real cold feels like. I guess I've gotten used to tropical weather.
You here all the way from Nebraska?
Miami.
Miami. That closer to Omaha or Lincoln?
Gee, it's great to be home. There he is.
Dorothy, can I ask you a question? What do you think I ought to do with my bed?
Put it in the Smithsonian, Blanche. It has more miles on it than the Spirit of St. Louis.
I am serious. What do you think I should do?
Come on now, Blanche. You know the difference between right and wrong.
Please, and bet she only knows the difference between right and left.
Until tonight, Mr. Terrific.
He asked me out. We're going to dinner. Can you believe it?
No, actually not. You spent 30 seconds getting an autograph. You don't even know the guy.
Dorothy, he's a television celebrity. Besides, I talked to him for over an hour. There weren't too many people in line for his autograph. A Mr. Whipple lookalike was next door demonstrating the new 3-ply toilet tissue.
I just can't believe you really feel this way. You know, Lorraine's mother's not the least bit concerned about our age difference.
Well, she's entitled to her opinion.
You know, you are being very small-minded.
You know, a wise philosopher once said, there are no small minds, just big heads.
What the hell does that mean?
I'm not sure. Come to think of it, it wasn't a philosopher, it was Rose. And that's all that matters. I mean it. I'm very happy for you. Now, come on, let's take your things inside.
You know, Dorothy, I just thought of something. Lorraine's family's going to be black, too, aren't they?
Yes, Rose. You know, you could probably make them feel welcome if you do your version of that dance that the Huxtables do at the beginning of the Cosby Show.
We'll start with the simplest of jobs.
Installare la finestra.
Installing the window.
Dorotea, tu mantieni la finestra ferma.
Dorothy, you'll hold the window in place.
Rosa, tu martelli.
Rose will do the hammering.
Blanche, tu avviti.
Blanche, you'll do the screwing. And he came up with that one on his own, I swear.
Hi, ladies. Looks pretty nice, doesn't it?
No, Ernie, it looks exactly as it did last week and the week before that. Now, when is this garage going to start looking like a guest room?
I don't know. I was talking about my new suit.
Ernie, this is a serious matter. We have a lot of family coming in a few weeks, and you promised us it would be finished.
Mrs. Devereaux, please. Do you want it fast or do you want it good?
Before you answer that, Blanche, the man's talking about a guest room.
Rose, isn't there anything we can do?
No, absolutely not. I'm unyielding on this.
Rose, can't you think of anything that'll make us still be friends?
No, this time you've crossed the line. I can't trust you anymore, and if I can't trust you, then we can't be friends. The relationship is over. Goodbye. I got out in the hall, and I missed you guys already.
Blanche, what's with you and Rose?
I'll tell you what, this.
What is it?
Rose's diary. What
are you doing with it?
It was just lying out on the dining room table. I picked it up and the lock just popped right open. Just like this. Listen to this. Dear diary, I don't know how much longer I can stand living with these two pigs. Why don't you just tell Sophia how you feel?
Oh, it'll hurt her feelings. And right now, we're the only friends she has.
Oh, I think that's sweet.
I think it's unnatural. And I'm from the South. I mean, what do you do when you and Raymond want to, make love?
Blanche!
Well, it's bound to come up. How do you handle it?
Yeah, Dorothy, how do you handle it? There's a hurricane heading for Miami.
You know, I think I will take a slice of cake. Hello.
Uncle Angelo, I'd like you to meet,
I'm Sister Rose.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Sister Blanche.
Nice to meet you, Sister Blanche.
We're here collecting lingerie for needy, sexy people. Well, it is high time something went right on the street.
Yeah, now all we have to do is figure out a way to get to the studio.
We can always walk. It's only 39 blocks. If we start right now, we can still get there in time.
I have a better idea. We can hitchhike. See, I can lift up my skirt, like in that Clark Gable movie. It happened one night. Boy, we'll have a ride in no time.
Please, you lift up your skirt, and someone might mistake your thigh for the on-ramp to the freeway.
Well, there were already 3 other people in town. But that's beside the point. One day, I got up the courage to go up to mean old Lady Hickenlooper and ask her why she always frowned. Well, she had been born with no smiling muscles.
Because we can fix it. I'm going to put you on a diet, baby, and I'm going to make you stay on it.
Mama, I don't want your help. I'm happy just the way I am.
Happy, baby. Look at yourself. How could you be happy?
You're the one that's not happy, Mama. You're doing it again. You'll tell me how to live my life.
What do you mean?
Nothing's ever enough for you. It wasn't enough that I was pretty. I had to be the prettiest. Or that I was popular. I had to be the most popular. Or that I was bright. I had to be the brightest.
Well, that didn't mean you had to run out and become the fattest.
Take that back.
I will not.
Yes, you will.
I will not.
You will too.
No.
Girl, what is going on here?
Nothing. Rose just stabbing me in the back.
I did not.
She's been posing for Laszlo, too.
He asked me to.
I sure don't know why. He could go to SeaWorld if he wanted to see a naked whale.
Or to your bathtub.
Thought you were going to wear something out of your closet.
Well, I was, but as it turned out, nothing fit me.
Well, what did you expect, Blanche? Last weekend you ate so many pudding pops, you could have built the Eiffel Tower from the sticks.
That is not what I meant. I meant everything just hangs on me.
Of course it does. That's why you have to cover it with a dress.
Willing to do anything, $8 an hour, no job too big or small?
Yes, of course. Please come in. I'm sorry, I didn't expect people to actually come here. I just figured, that I would be going to them.
That's the way it'll work in the future, when my video camera gets back from the shop.
So tell me, what type of work is it that you need done, Mr.
Toto.
Mr. Toto?
Oh, no, mister. Just Toto. You're Dorothy, and I'm Toto.
Dorothy, you don't mean that.
Hell I don't. This is all your fault, Stanley.
Look, Dorothy, it doesn't matter who's to blame here. The point is we're in this together. Now, if you don't want to cooperate, fine, but you're only going to be hurting yourself.
You're right, and I hate you for it.
What's all the racket?
Oh, nothing. I could just murder Stan. He bought a Corvette without telling me.
So what are you complaining about? Your father used to do things without telling me all the time. How do you think I got pregnant with your brother Phil?
I don't care if Floyd McCallum does own the most successful pet neutering business in Greater Miami. As of this minute, I am never speaking to that low-down scuzzball ever again. He changed his mind.
Hi, Blanche. Hi, Ted. How was your date?
It's not over yet.
What are you
you doing up?
I still can't sleep.
I don't want to seem insensitive, Rose, but that's your problem. Get out.
Blanche, that does seem a little insensitive.
A true rumor. It actually happened, just like you said.
Well, not with me, it didn't.
Mr. Kessler, who was the woman?
Well, I can't reveal her identity under any circumstances.
Independent sources have already identified the woman as Blanche Devereaux.
Oh, please, what sources?
Girls, would you be terribly disappointed if I took the troop down the block for some pizza?
No!
All right, everybody, in an orderly fashion, let's head for the station wagon. Now, that's not the way to get your good behavior badges. Come on, now, you all know you use both fingers for the sunshine salute. Oh. Blanche, if you'll stand over there by the barbecue, that's where Aunt Liv will be.
Where should I be?
Right there. That's where Uncle Gunther will be. Oh, and it would help if you'd hum.
Is that part of the Viking funeral?
No, Uncle Gunther just hums a lot. If he has something important to say, he spells it out in salt. Unless he's quoting a song by the Four Tops. Then he spells it out in pepper. Can we just get this over before I lose my nerve?
Marguerite, I hate to interrupt your work, but we have to talk to you.
Yeah, but before we do, I just want you to know that Tootie is my favorite on the Facts of Life.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Ma.
Dorothy, how do you make your voice do that?
Here, honey, I picked up your new glasses.
Oh, thank God. Now I can see. Oh, wait a minute. These are no good.
What, are they the wrong prescription?
No, the wrong frames. I specifically asked for Old Lady Smoky Gray. These are black. I look like Buddy Holly.
You can't afford that.
That's why I'm doing alterations. You think I need a wardrobe this size to go to Mulberry Street and squeeze a zucchini?
Oh, Ma.
What's so funny?
I lied. I wanted the job so that we could buy Pop a television for his birthday.
Then it's settled. You buy us one, we'll buy you one.
Fernando was always there for me. Whenever I was scared or down about something, I'd just roll over and snuggle up against him in bed.
I never went to bed with Alvin. The thought never crossed my mind, which is odd because I've always wondered about that myth.
There's a myth about people named Alvin?
I see your point.
Hi.
Well, Rose, I thought you had a date with Mr. Terrific.
Oh, he'll be over in a little while. The producer had to have an important meeting with him after the show.
Actually, I have a feeling it was to discuss some of the recommendations that I made.
I hope he recommended he do some exercise. A man shouldn't be allowed to wear tights unless he's got a butt like Baryshnikov.
Buddy and Gretchen weren't people, were they?
Of course not. They were dogs. Gretchen was a Dalmatian and Buddy was a Schnauzer. And Mr. Big Butter wasn't too happy when he ended up with a litter of Schnalmatians.
Can we just get started, please?
Prima bisogna ispezionare I lavoratori, Sofia.
First we must inspect the workers.
C'è.
He pinched me.
It's a reflex. He's Italian.
Hi, girls. Why don't you pour yourself some champagne? We're celebrating Al's retirement.
So you finally went through with it, huh, Al?
Yep. I finally called it quits at the deli. Sold it all. Locks, stock, and barrel. Get it? Locks.
He made up that joke yesterday, but it's just as funny now as it was then.
Some jokes are timeless.
What do you say we just forget the whole thing?
No way, I'm really mad.
All right, it's late and I'm tired, so listen up.
Oh, Ma, you're going to tell us a story.
No, I'm going to do shadow puppets. See? An elephant eating a peanut. Happy? Of course I'm going to tell a story. Picture it. Morocco, the 30s.
The 1930s?
No, 30 degrees. Do I look like Willett Scott?
Dorothy, I have to tell you, not being able to spend any time alone with you is driving me crazy.
Oh, I know. Me too.
What do you say we go away, just the two of us for a few days?
I say yes.
How about we go to the Bahamas?
All right.
So where are you going all dressed up?
Raymond invited me out for an intimate dinner. Actually, it'll be the first time in weeks that we've been anywhere without Ma.
Is that why you sent her off to the drugstore?
You're dumping your own mother?
Faster than CBS dumped Jimmy the Greek. Well, then maybe it's time that you went out and tried to make new friends.
It's not that easy to make new friends.
It sure wasn't for the first Eskimo family that moved to St. Olaf. Especially after they sawed a hole and went salmon fishing in the middle of the local ice skating rink.
Can I get you another slice of cake, Uncle Angelo?
No, thank you.
I'll take a slice, darling.
No problem, sweetheart.
Hurry back, dumpling.
My feet have wings, barf bag.
Willard.
I'm sorry, I did it again.
Sophia.
Henry Ford.
That's correct. For another 100 points, who is the current Secretary of State? Willard.
Charles Schultz.
Please, I haven't been able to find those since I nursed your brother Phil. But I did find the tickets to the game show.
Sophia! You're kidding!
Oh, I forgot. I put them there for safekeeping.
Oh, Ma, I could just kiss you.
Not until we locate a toothbrush, okay?
This old lady who lived up the street, she never smiled. I mean, she always looked angry. The kids said she'd kill anyone who even stepped on her property. We used to call her Mean Old Lady Hickenlooper.
Yeah, kids can be pretty cruel.
No, that was her name, Mean Old Lady Hickenlooper. She had to change legally because everybody called her that anyway.
Then how come your name isn't Big Dummy?
Does it bother you that I gain weight?
Oh, I'm just so glad to have you back again. Listen, let's go and I'll show you where you'll be staying so you can unpack your things.
Now I understand why she's sleeping in Blanche's bed. We know it can support the weight of an average female and 2 Venezuelan soccer players.
Hi, Blanche.
Oh, I am so mad.
Blanche, I can explain.
Explain what? It's got nothing to do with you. It's Laszlo. I just saw some of the sketches he's been doing of me, Rose. He never lets me see them. So today I looked through his things and I found some. They're horrible. The hair's all big and frizzy. The body's all droopy and saggy. The woman in those sketches is a dog. Just wait until you see the little number I picked up at the museum basket. Here I come.
I don't believe it.
It can't be.
Hey, don't panic. Pick up one for Rose so you can go as the pointer system.
Rose, it is not here.
Look again, it has to be.
Rose, I have read every want ad in the paper. Mine is not here. Are you sure you dropped it off at the newspaper office?
Dorothy, you told me exactly what you wanted me to do a dozen times. Any idiot could have done it.
I know, honey, but you were the only one going downtown.
When I sat behind the wheel, people noticed me. People paid attention. That car was a chick magnet.
That is it, Stanley. That's it. Get out. Get out. Get out of my house. Get out of my life.
Dorothy, what about the order? We can get into a lot of trouble here. We could even wind up in jail.
Good, good. I want you to go to jail. And I want a big, bald convict named Bubba to pick you for his girlfriend.
Will you ladies join us?
What are you making?
Linderhoeven.
What's that?
Oatmeal. It's usually served with a cracker made from yak intestine.
Of course, yak snacks.
Being a doctor, it must be deeply fulfilling to be able to lay your hands on someone and bring them back to full, pulsating vitality.
Well, I've always believed that the body cures itself. We doctors just help it along.
Actually, I'm starting to feel a little hot. What do you suppose could be causing that?
Have you checked your thermostat?
Why don't you check it for me?
Okay, where is it?
Gosh, I'm nervous. I hope they're not too hard on you.
No, I wouldn't be too sure of that. Look at all those reporters.
Yeah, there's Charlie Thompson and Fred Leone and Mike Devlin.
Does he plan to withdraw from the race?
I had lunch at the press club once.
Only once? Gosh, it took me 2 years to learn everybody's name on 8 is enough.
I want to watch MTV. Yeah!
We can't watch television. We're on a camp out.
No, we're not. We're in your living room. The camp out was called off. Remember?
Well, the rain doesn't have to spoil our fun. There's nothing we can do outside that we can't do right here.
You promised us we could pee in the woods.
Get away from that couch. I would say I always enjoyed talking to you when I'd come home from one of my numerous dates. And I would say I always looked up to you like an older sister.
Thank you, Blanche. Oh, and I forgot one thing. I would also say you're fat.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I had to go downtown to get some special herbs. I'm throwing together another little aphrodisiac for Blanche. I better get to my work.
Girls, we can't fire her now. She's making me an aphrodisiac.
Use vodka and black underwear like everyone else.
Tell me, how long does Rose have to take care of this pig before she gets the money?
As long as he lives. Oh, forget it.
Well, I split the money with you girls.
Forget it.
How long does a pig live?
About 25 years. Forget it.
How old is this pig?
29. Welcome, baby.
Hi, Ma.
Oh, Dorothy, I didn't know you were coming over. Did you bring the kids?
No, actually, I wanted a chance to talk to you alone.
Sal, Dorothy's here.
Did she bring the kids?
Hi, Pop. No, the kids are at home.
Hey, what the hell is this? I thought dinner was in the oven. There's nothing in here but a tin plate.
Take the foil off the top. It's something new. It's called a TV dinner.
Good morning, Sophia. What are you doing?
I'm levitating, Rose. Get lost. Come back here. You didn't deserve that. You're a good kid. Just a little depressed.
Really? You know, I'm depressed, too. What are you depressed about?
Alvin and I had a fight. I'm making a scarf for a friend I don't have anymore.
I know exactly how you feel. I made these for Fernando.
Oh, yeah. It's your cat, honey. All right, have a wonderful time at the wedding. Be sure to give Phil and the family my love.
Oh, Dorothy, before I go, I need your opinion on something.
Yeah?
What should I give Phil's daughter as a wedding gift? Your grandmother's lace tablecloth or $50 towards getting a neck?
Give her the tablecloth.
You're right. She's got a husband. He doesn't care that she looks like Abe Vigoda. Why should I?
Wait a minute, Rose. Honey, if you didn't like your aunt, then why are you so upset?
Because I'll have to speak at her funeral. I'm terrified of speaking in front of people. It's my biggest fear in the world.
Why can't somebody else speak?
Good Nixon looking.
Hello, xin chào các bạn nha. Hôm nay mình sẽ bầu vào ổi. Ổi đây là ổi mình sấy tại vườn nhà mình nên rất là đảm bảo và ngon. Ổi nhà mình rồng. Mình thích ăn những quả xanh xanh thì nó sẽ giòn hơn. Bây giờ mình sẽ rửa qua đi. Đây nha các bạn nha. Mình đã rửa qua đi ạ. Do ổi nhà mình rồng nên là mình sẽ không phải ngâm. Mình chỉ rửa qua đi cho nó sạch thôi ạ. Vì ổi nhà mình không có thuốc sâu gì hết. Thơm luôn các bạn ạ.